Okay, hello out there to everybody listening and watching. I still have the crud after 8 weeks of, I don't know, after COVID. Guys, I'm not getting well. I don't know what to do. I haven't taken Doc's suggestion yet. I guess I'm going to have to. Anyway, hey, I'm Tom Medlin, host of Amateur Radio Roundtable, and I'm Amateur Radio call sign W5KUB. You're watching Amateur Radio Roundtable. It's a show about ham radio and shortwave. And we're also on WBCQ every Thursday from 5 to 7 p.m. on 7490. You can watch the show live on W5KUB.com on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Central Time. We got a good show, I think, for you tonight. We got some information. Brett's going to talk about probably a very popular internet router access point here that the government don't like. You probably got one. I got one right now under my feet. We got an email from a viewer, and he's asking a question about a J-pole, and we're going to talk a little about that. Hey, Hambot is going to be on here with us tonight. Hambot's going to give away some tickets for Orlando. So let me say this real quick. If you're interested in tickets for Orlando, you better go right now to our Facebook group, W5KUB Facebook group, and say, I want the Orlando Hamcation tickets, because that's where we're going to pick the name from. You know, typically Hambot picks a name from the chat room, but there are special times when we want to make sure that the prize gets used. And if we just picked a name from the chat room, that person probably wouldn't be going to Orlando. So we're going to pick a name from those that submitted a request, whatever you call it, in our Facebook group, W5KUB. Scroll down, look for that Orlando Hamcation picture, and under that, say, I'm interested in tickets. So in about 30 minutes, we'll probably give those tickets away. You only got 30 minutes. Hey, tonight, we're going to talk about ham radio Christmas gifts. I know some of you guys got some good Christmas gifts. And we'll open the phone lines for that. And please call in and let us know what you got or what Santa Claus didn't bring you that you were expecting. Probably some of you were disappointed. So we're going to talk about ham radio Christmas gifts. I got a pile here. I'll show you what I got. Maybe Brett has some. Glenn said Santa Claus didn't see him, and I know why, because you know he's always causing trouble. All right. So we're going to do that, and if we have some time, I'm going to talk to you a little about this program, this software program that we're moving to for our webcast. This is here's a picture. Here's what I'm controlling tonight right here. I'll let you take a look at it. That is what is going on right now, and I'm having to build all that. And as we have a show, I'm having to talk about it. And it's pretty complex program. You can see all the camera shots down there. You can see the mixers. The mixers are over here on the right. Let me see if I can get the mixers up. There you go. Look at it. Look at that. Look at all the mixers right there. That replaces my mixer. Okay, so that's our announcements for tonight. Other than, please click the subscribe button and the like button and the notify button if you can. Join our Facebook group at W5KUB. And let's see, I'm forgetting something. I don't know what it is, but okay, let's jump around the room here and see who is out there. So let's just go. Well, it looks like Glenn's there. Hey, Glenn, come on in here. How you doing,
Do I have
Glenn?
audio this time?
Of course you do. You hooked the thing up right.
No, I did not have it wrong. I actually, when I disconnected, I went over to Zoom to test, and I came back. And what it is this web page app did not properly link to the USB.
Oh, I read about that in your FAQ. You're absolutely right. What that means is you've got a browser that needs to be updated or changed out.
I am not getting rid of my Chrome.
Well, there you go. So we know where the problem is. All right, what else you been
But
up to, man?
it's the latest version of Chrome. I mean, come on, how are they going to spy on me if we update it again?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
I think what you
Well,
got to
as
do,
far
Glenn, is you got to take out the USB plug and flip it over. It's
well,
never the first time you plug it in, it's never in the right
well,
orientation.
this the thing is, this is a USB A, not a C,
Ah,
so
An
that's not
A,
going to
an
work.
A, USB.
Yeah,
Was
my
that did they discontinue that like 1996?
this headset uses the 3-pin uh, micro plug, and I have an adapter that takes me uh, to connect to it,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
that adapter uses a USB A because it's actually a headphone stand for a
Mm.
USB headphone that I did not like. So I use this because this is a much better headset. And yes, it uses the mini plugs. So deal with it.
Okay. All right. Well, what else is going on there?
Uh, we are getting the house in order. As you can see, you've got a new view. You are now looking out my front window of the house, and the room is being painted, rearranged. You might be able to see the color difference on the wall to my right and behind me. That wall behind me will be painted this week,
Uh-huh.
and those printers and everything are going to get moved and rearranged. The workroom where I build stuff and everything is about 90% put together. It's Santa's bringing me a new desk for that room to finish it up, and getting ready for Orlando. Made my reservations, and I'm all set to go down there. And going to be doing an Arduino seminar on Friday afternoon. Um, so looking forward to that trip, and just in time too, because what they're calling for here on Friday, they keep changing. And the last time this happened, it was a total mess because I can't remember when. I will at some point in the show remember it, but it's like the week started, hey, we're going to get some snow on Friday.
Yeah.
And then it's, hey, we're going to get 3 inches of snow on Friday, which is, down here, 3 inches is Armageddon. And then the last forecast as of this morning is we're getting 5 to 7 inches starting on Friday.
Yep.
So we are beyond apocalypse levels here on Friday.
Well, they're telling us
Yeah,
it's
there
starting
you go.
Thursday evening, and then Friday it'll be a big deal. So we're supposed to get it too. A weather alert, man.
Yeah, that was when I was living in Birmingham. I remember this. This would be like 1993, 94, and they did the same thing, and we ended up getting like 12 inches of snow, and we had thunder snow, which I had never
Yeah.
seen before in my life, which is
Yep.
a thunderstorm that's snowing. So it's fixing to get real fun here, next couple days, but I've got the fireplace, the cats are warm, I've got nothing planned, so it's going to work out.
Okay. Well, good. How about you, Brett? What do you got going?
yeah. Well, I'm showing a map of what's going to be happening in the southeast, and as you can see, it's going to go all the way from Texas, even down as far as Houston. The cold weather is going to go all the way up through the eastern seaboard, and I had a flight going to Atlanta when the second half of the storm is going to hit, and I went ahead and backed up the reservation by several flights because I figured that if I picked the earlier flight, I might still arrive by the same time as the later one was supposed to get there. So we're going to see how that goes. in any case, otherwise, what's going on ham radio wise? Well, we got 6 inches of snow, so I'm not up on any roofs today. Um, but I did when over the new year and the first beginning of the week, the ISS was transmitting slow scan TV.
Hmm.
And so I set up. I have a J pole on the roof. It's pretty good at picking up satellites, and so I was picking up some of the pictures, and that was a lot of fun, and was having fun tuning the radio just slightly to make up for the Doppler shift to get the best pictures as the satellite went overhead. So that was a lot of fun. Santa didn't really bring me very much for Christmas in terms of ham radio gear, but I am looking to make some purchases sometime between now and the end of the month. And the reason why is that reputedly, I don't know if it's true or not, but it's been promised, there may be tariffs on imports. Especially from China and maybe from other places in Asia. And so, if you want to get something, if you want to get something from there, and you don't want to pay between 10% and 25% more, it's time to buy. So I'm looking at doing that as well.
Well, great. I was just typing to our friend CX6BT. Hey, he hadn't been with us in quite a while. But hey, man, you got the snow before we got, so, and you're used to it out there. We don't get much snow here, so anyway. But it's fun to get a little bit. Well, guys, we've been having a lot of internet trouble here. I was telling Brett and Glenn that over the last 3 weeks, our internet has gone down 4, 5, 6 times per day here. It was down yesterday for 6 hours from 9 to 3. And it's been totally solid since that. So maybe they found a problem out there and fixed it. And I hope so. At least it looks like we're hanging in here tonight. All right. Well, very good. All right. So look, we've got a couple subjects we're going to talk about tonight. Let me just go back to this. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, the VMix on your video, Tom, is kind of glitching and
Glitching?
dropping
Yep.
out horizontally.
That's a what do you call it? A feature that they offer.
Yeah.
I've got
It's
it
not
checked.
doing it to Brett or my video, but it's doing it
I've
on
got
yours.
it checked right now to do kind of that keeps the focus on me while people are watching.
Yeah.
I noticed that here. I also see that Glenn, and I'm not sure what's causing that. Our CPU is running 44%. Okay, CPU 44%. GPU.
Yeah, it could be the green screening that's doing this, and the reason why I say that is that your microphone has little patches of color that keep changing, and that's a green screen effect. Because your microphone's color has a little bit of green in it. So that might be it. I don't know.
You know what? Tonight, this is kind of an experimental show, guys. Let me do this. Let me check the green screen here. And let's see. Let me just switch to a different camera. Let's see if this camera does it. Was it flashing, glitching on when I had a full picture up? Anybody remember?
It was before.
Okay, all right. So I'm learning the program, guys. Bear with me. So let me go back to the other camera, and I will find it here in all these shots. Okay, there it is, right there. All right, so that's the other camera, and let's just look at green screen here and see what it says. Color key. I must be looking at the wrong camera shot. Well, I think we just need to go on past this tonight and I'll try to figure that out later. So let me go back there. There we go. We'll see it. We'll see how it goes. All right. So we've got several things we want to talk about tonight. Oh, that's bad. I saw it glitching here. Hmm. Okay. I'm going to change my camera right here. My camera input real quick, guys. So I'm going to turn off the. I'm going to turn off this camera. And I'm going to turn on. That didn't work. That didn't work. I don't know. I don't know what I did. All right.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's working. You're fine.
It looks better already. Okay. All right. So we had 3 or 4 things we want to talk about tonight. Hey, Brent, let's talk about the TP-Link routers that the government's starting to get a little unhappy about. Tell us what's going on with that.
Okay, well, the U.S. government's been concerned about imported electronics from China. They're worried that some of those electronics have hidden backdoors or booby traps in them, which could either allow the Chinese to disable them or spy on you. And even the ones that aren't booby trapped, a lot of people have noticed that there are bugs in the firmware, and that can be an issue as well because people can exploit those. Um, the original complaints were about a company called Huawei and mostly about their cellular equipment, and they've already arranged a rip and replace program where all of the Huawei equipment is being removed from cell sites. But now they're starting to become concerned about Wi-Fi routers. And the particular brand that they're concerned about is one that's made in Shenzhen, China, which is TP-Link. And I have one of them right here. This is your
Mm-hmm.
typical TP-Link router. This is an 802.11 AC router.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of these routers are old and you can't even get firmware updates for them from the manufacturer anymore. The latest ones you can, but this one's a couple of years old and you can't. Um, and even if you can, you might be concerned that maybe the government is right. Maybe someone could possibly break into your router and mess with you in one way or another, either spy on you or do something else, do something else that's harmful. Well, there's an answer to that, and that's what I want to talk about tonight. Let me go ahead and bring up, if I can work with this software here. Here we go. It turns out that for the older routers where the manufacturer isn't providing firmware for them anymore, but also the newer ones, there are third-party firmware downloads that you can get, which will replace the firmware that's in the router. And for the TP links, there's 2 main projects that you should know about. These are open source projects. You can actually look at the source code and make sure that there isn't any spying going on. One of them is called OpenWRT, and that's the one that I use in this TP link router that I've got here. Um, it works very well on older routers. It has a lot of performance optimizations. They fix the security holes, and that's a particularly good one for this kind of router. And so it's one of the ones I recommend. There's another one called DDWRT, and DDWRT is another third-party firmware system, and it shares some code with OpenWRT, but it's a little bit different. And the author here, the author of this is German, and I've gone ahead and I've actually exchanged emails with him. He's a real perfectionist, and the firmware is constantly being updated on the average of once a month, even more than OpenWRT. DDWRT is updated very frequently, and they've got downloads for routers that no other open source project supports. So between the 2 of those, you can find software, you can find up-to-date software for pretty much any router and including stuff that, again, the manufacturers just don't support anymore. And so this is really helpful if you want to make sure that want to make sure that you're running software that can't have a backdoor in it, and also is much more up to date than what you're going to get from many routers. So that's what I recommend that people do. If you want to go with routers that are sold by countries where that spying probably is not going to be included, look for other brands like Asus, which is not made in mainland China, but rather in Taiwan. And at least for the moment, Taiwan is not under the complete control of mainland China, and so their firmware is likely to be more trustworthy. Also, many Netgear branded routers are made in Vietnam, so that's another place where you can possibly go. Now, again, no one has confirmed that there is sabotage going on or a backdoor or anything else. But the government may know stuff that we don't about these routers.
So I
And
wonder
it's
why
never-
they're zeroing in on TP.
I'm
And
not sure.
and the others are not being mentioned.
I'm not sure. And actually, there are other brands that are also made in Shenzhen, China. Tenda is one I could that I see frequently. There are a few others, and no, I don't know why they signaled out TP-Link. And the fact that they did is kind of again, maybe they're not telling us the whole story yet. Maybe they know something that we don't. But the open source firmware is better than the original firmware, and so if you have any concerns at all, it's the best solution.
Okay, and it's interesting that you're running. Back when I was running and playing with the DDWRT, I think the preferred router was the Linksys router. I didn't know if it would work on other routers or not, but it appears that their software runs on multiple different routers.
Oh yeah, they have replacement firmware for a wide variety of routers, going all the way back to the earliest, the big chunky blue and black Linksys routers.
The big chunky
The
blue and black.
The old ones, the 54G, the most popular,
Oh, yeah.
router in the world at the time, and that was when they kind of they really broke they broke ground. They got onto that one router, and it was a big deal. But after that, they expanded to new ones, and OpenWRT and DGWRT are the ones that support the most platforms. There's another one that I like a lot, which is called Fresh Tomato, and it's it's actually derived from another set of firmware which was called Tomato Linux, and that's really good firmware, but only for certain routers. It's a smaller subset. It only works for routers that have a Broadcom branded chipset on the inside. So that one I would recommend even more than the others if you have a Broadcom based router. But that's only about maybe 25% of the models that are out there. So you need to check and see whether you can use it.
All right. Well, I've been wanting to play with the WRT stuff. I've got a bunch of routers here. I need to get Glenn one. I got a whole box of them here in the closet. And I looked up in the attic. I got another big box of them up here. When you said the old big router, the 54G,
Yep.
I've got another one that's larger than that. It's Linksys. It's the 1900. It's the AC 1900. It's a lot larger router. It's fairly new. It's got 4 antennas on it, and all the LEDs have basically gone out in it. And I looked on the internet, and everybody is losing all the LED lights on the front panel. Everybody's losing them. So I ordered some LEDs. I'll show them to you in a minute, man. I got them in today. Well, very good.
Are they
very
surface
good.
mounted?
They're surface mount, yeah. They're
Okay.
603, 0603, kind of small, not too big. All right. Okay, well, if we get more about the TP-Link routers, we'll bring it to to the show here. I'm glad. I'm sure somebody on the show here probably has TP-Link. It's fairly popular there.
Yeah.
All right.
I would
So
recommend that if third party software is available for your router, I wouldn't wait to hear more. I would just change it because it's better anyway.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's
Well,
one I don't have. I've got Netgear.
yeah.
I can't remember. I got rid of all my WRT 54s and everything a while back. That's why I'm asking you for another one. I'm
Okay.
going to be running back to Memphis probably here at some point in the next couple of weeks, probably after the Orlando trip. And I'll swing by there because I need to run by IKEA and get some stuff. I'm keeping them in business buying furniture.
Well, I thought
So.
you pretty much had all the furniture you needed in your shack here.
Oh, no. I am switching up colors from the dark woods to the lighter woods. So switching colors on almost all the furniture. And
Okay.
so that's all part of it. We're getting there. I mean, like I say, you can see the walls behind me. One's painted on the one here is painted. The one there is not. So you can see the color difference going on right now.
Well, you'll get there. If you quit,
Oh,
if you quit
I'm
writing,
getting
if you
real
quit
close.
writing books, you'll get there faster. You know.
Well,
In the meantime, lay
yeah,
in a good
but
supply of Allen wrenches
I have. Why do I need a good supply of Allen wrenches?
for IKEA.
Oh, yes. Well, they ship one with each device. Every piece you buy from them gets a nice Allen wrench.
Oh yeah,
I
you
got a
always get
huge
that. You
collection.
get that one Allen wrench, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
and
Hey.
the flat, funky wrenches and everything.
All right. So hey guys, we're going to talk about Christmas gifts in just a minute, and then we've got several other things. We got tickets to give away for Orlando. We got a viewer question about J-pole antennas, and we got several things going on. So we'll be back in just a couple minutes. Don't go away. Go get you a coffee if you need to. Whether you're connecting with friends near or far, tuning in to the joy of the airwaves, or exploring new frequencies under the sparkling winter sky, ICOM has the perfect radio to keep you in touch with what matters most. The ID58 provides hours of fun and enjoyment working with your favorite bands. Beginners will love the easy D-Star settings, band scope and waterfall display, voice messaging, and share picture function. It also uses the same optional accessories as the ID52, the ID51, and the ID31. For more information on ICOM radios, go to www.icomamerica.com/amateur. All right, guys, we are back. And we're going to talk about some Christmas gifts. But first, I mentioned those LED lights going bad, so I thought, I'll just get some LEDs and I'll replace those. Look what I got in the mail today. Man, I ordered them yesterday. Look at this box. This is the LEDs. Glenn?
Did you order LEDs to do every one of those in the country?
No, just that router. I ordered 100 LEDs. Now look at this. Look at this Amazon.
Yes.
Look at this. I just opened it.
All that paper for one little package of 100 LEDs?
Look at this. Look at this.
You're doing the magician trick with
Look at
wrapping.
this. Look at this.
Okay. Now, do you know how
It's
many
the rabbit.
forests it took?
There it is.
Yeah.
Guys,
Do you know how many forests it took to get those LEDs to you?
let me tell you guys, that is a big shipment. That is 100 0603 LEDs, white LEDs right there. And this is what it takes they packed it so they wouldn't damage them. All right, so
Well,
right.
Amazon only uses an envelope when they send you something fragile.
all right.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
They could have put that in the envelope, couldn't they? All right. let's talk about Christmas gifts, man. Now, so, oh, I want to do something. I'm gonna open the phone lines here, guys. Just while we're doing this, we're gonna open the phone lines, see if we can get this to work. And
Well, Christmas was kind of fun.
yeah.
I mean, I did, it was kind of like I did the 30 days of Christmas things. I had Amazon or UPS or the mail bringing me a box every day for like 30 days.
Okay, now so I put the number up there on the screen for the phone number. We actually have phone numbers in 65 countries. If you want to look your number up in your country, go to our other website, go to ham-tv.com and click on contact. And on that page over on the left, you'll see where you can see all the numbers for all 65 countries. That's ham-tv.com. All right. So let's see. Join meeting.
That's 1083, Brett. You got it typo in the chat room.
And let's see. 1080. Do I have a typo? Do I have a typo?
No, Brett did.
Oh. We've already got a caller. Let's see if we can put him on. Hang on a second. Hang on. Let's see if I can figure out how to get him in here. Kurt, are you there? Kurt? Wait a minute. We're not getting you.
Make sure you got his audio patched in.
Wait. I got to click a button down here. Let's see. Let me see.
It's the app.
No, I have to turn it on. Let's see. All right. Kurt, are you there?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey,
There you go.
It's working, man.
There we go. I can hear.
It's working. How you doing, Kurt? Now, where are you, Kurt?
Good evening, gentlemen. This is Whiskey 9 Kilo Echo Charlie, Kokomo, Indiana.
Indiana. Okay. Now, hey, are you up there in all that ice or snow?
No, actually, it missed us completely.
Oh man, well that's good. It's north of us. We missed it that way.
We got lucky.
But in about a week, we're gonna get another storm come through here, and it's gonna hit us. Well, hey, Kurt, did you get anything for Christmas, ham radio wise?
I did not, but I am saving my pennies for a new Yaesu 991 Alpha.
You're gonna love it.
That's a pretty nice rig. I got one of those. I didn't use it. I've got most of the ICOM equipment here. I didn't use it, so I sent it down to my son down in Texas, and he's got it now. But it's a neat little rig, and it's got VHF and UHF and HF. Cool rig.
That's exactly why. I mean, it's just, for form factor, it's exactly what I need. It's a shack in the box. It'll do everything I need. So that's, I asked Santa, but apparently Santa said no ham radios. So, okay, well, that's fine.
Maybe next year, just be good. Get on a good list, okay?
I'm hoping so, yeah.
Just get on a good list, man, and you might stash a little money away on the side just to, ensure that you get there. All right.
I hope so.
What else is going on, Kurt? All right. Are you new to our channel?
This is my first time tuning in. Okay. And I'm digging the content.
Uh-huh.
And I'm always big on people who are advocates for the hobby. I've been a licensed amateur for 23 years. Cool. And sadly, I've had to step away a few times, so I've never gone past my technicians, but my resolution this year is to get my general.
Well,
there you go.
You do it and keep us posted on here how you're doing. And I'm trying to start up an HF group, a hangout for everybody on here where we can get together kind of regularly on HF. So get that general license, and we'll be talking to you soon. It's not that hard to get.
No, it's just, taking the time because I don't want to just memorize the answers and push through that way. I actually want to learn the theory.
Yeah. Well, you'll get there. Just study the material. I've been a ham now for 61 years. Got my license back in 1964. Now, if I did the math wrong, somebody correct me there, but I think that's about 61 years. It was a lot different back then. I don't do as
That's
much.
awesome.
Yeah, I don't do as much hamming now as I do. I like to build stuff and design stuff and work on stuff, but I do want to get back on HF and get some of the guys together here. I'm glad you go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm glad you tuned in tonight.
I'm all for that. And if you ever do decide to do like a 10-meter thing, once I get the 991A, then I'll be able to, hang out with y'all on 10 meters.
That's true. We can try that one day. I'd like to get a group together where we can be on all the bands. Maybe we can get some volunteers to have a 10-meter frequency and a 40-meter frequency, and we all get on together, and we call it
sounds
call it
great.
round table, Well, hey, I'm so glad that you found us tonight. I don't know how you found us, but man, I'm glad you joined us. I hope you keep coming back.
I absolutely will. Hey, listen, guys, keep up the good work. I'll say 7-3, and I can't stress enough what you guys do for our community. It's fantastic. Keep up the good work, and I will be subscribing. So we'll say 7-3. Have a good one, guys. Kurt, W9KEC.
Okay, Kurt. Thanks very much, man. We'll see you later.
Have a good one, guys.
Stick around. We got some fun stuff coming up. Thank you. All right.
Okay. Bye.
All right. So hey, our phone worked for that call.
There you go.
No, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
You got to kill the audio for the phone line.
Yeah, I can do that.
There
There
you
we go. That did it. Okay.
Yeah, Santa didn't bring me any ham radio stuff. Well, he brought me tons of parts for the Arduino stuff, but he did bring me one thing that I am absolutely enamored with, and that was a pair of air compressed massaging boots that
Wow.
go on your lower calf and your foot, and they're also heated. And so they do a cycling massage using air compression to fill bladders inside the sleeve. And I had that with my heart surgery 5 years ago, and I swore I was going to get a pair of massagers like that.
If they're heated, I think you're going to need them next week.
They are wonderful. They are wonderful.
All right. Hey, the line's still open, guys. 716-427-1083. Give us a call. Talk to us. If you didn't get anything for Christmas, that's okay. Call us anyway. I'm going to show you a few things I got. So, Christmas is starting to get a little difficult around here because I got everything I want. There's nothing I really want. Yeah. And what I usually do is if I want something, I'll just buy it.
Exactly.
But, that what?
I do the same thing. Yeah.
But we've got grandkids. They got to buy you something. I need a Christmas list. So you know what I do? I go to places like Harbor Freight and I make me a list. Let's see, package of zip ties, number 1257. X wrench, $4.99. Item number 1234. So I give them that list, and they don't have to shop around. They just go to Harbor Freight and they say, I want an item number 1234, and they've done their Christmas shop. So let me show you some of the things I got this year, man. Look at this. Let me go to. Well, I'll stay on half screen. Look at this.
Oh wow!
Look at that, man. You know what that is?
Man.
What
You know
kind
what
of
that is?
tape
6 week
that?
supply of electrical
6
tape.
weeks. I got one of these last year. I'm running out of stuff to put on my list.
What brand is that? Is that the good stuff? Is that Scotch 88?
No, this is the
No, that's
original.
Harbor Freight.
This is original Stick Tech.
Oh,
But
okay.
I got one of these last year too. I don't think I've opened it yet. So hey guys, when I'm gone, if you guys are still around, just check with Kathy, and you can probably pick up some she'll probably give it to you. Okay, so I got some tape. Let's see what else I got. Oh, my little hotspot, my Verizon MiFi went bad on me. The SIM card wouldn't stay in. It locks in when you push it in. I push it in, it comes out. I push it in, it comes out. I took this thing apart. I couldn't. It's so small. I couldn't fix it. So anyway, I got me a new Verizon, jetpack, whatever you call it, MiFi, for a 5G. So, and I use that for backup. Here, okay. So, all right. So let's see. Here's some more stuff. I've got a shop. I do a lot of welding, grinding, all kinds of stuff. I got me a plasma cutter. I bought me a plasma cutter. I've never used it. I'm afraid to use it. Anyway, I always have fire extinguishers on my list. Every year I get a fire extinguisher. I got 2 this year. So I got so many fire extinguishers laying around the shop that if it catches on fire, maybe we'll be able to put it out. Okay, so I got that for Christmas. And look at this. Heat shrink. Got some heat shrink.
Oh gosh.
Look at all
You
these.
could never have enough of that
I
stuff.
know it, and I'm starting to get low on heat shrink. Look at that heat shrink.
I burn through that stuff.
Yeah, I do too, man. So look, I got me some good. It's good, good Christmas
Oh,
gift.
heck yeah.
Heat shrink. Let's see. Oh, I've got a. What do you call this tool? What do you call that tool
Oh.
that fits? It's
That's for a multi tool.
it's a multi-tool, I guess.
Yeah.
Multi-purpose
Yeah,
tool.
it's
Yeah.
like a blade.
Let me tell you,
cutter or things
this
like
if
that.
you've ever used one of these things are wonderful. They are wonderful, man. But I'm not sure where they probably got this at Lowe's. I don't know what this one cost, but some of these blades are like 30, 40 bucks or more, man.
Yeah.
So I got me a blade for my multi-tool. Let's see what else I got here. Oh, look. Look at there, guys. Look at that, man. Yeah. Can't find any.
Oh, you can reach over and bop bread on top of the head with that thing.
Yeah. Look, man, got one of those. Let's see what else I got. Oh, wait a minute. I was looking for something to pick up. Look at there.
There you go. Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so I got that. Probably use that.
Yes. Now, if you're a klutz like me and you drop things a lot, that's great.
Yeah. Anybody know what these are?
Absolutely, yes.
Anybody know what these are?
Oh gosh, they look familiar.
I get them every year, man. Let's see.
It says for welding.
Welding
Okay.
holders.
These are magnets. So see, if you want to weld 2 pieces of steel together, at a 90 degree or a 45 degree, these are magnets that you can stick on there and stick the metal together and it holds it together. So 4-piece
okay.
magnetic welding holders. Got me some more, got more. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at this, guys.
Oh, there's you go.
Zip tie.
There we
Yes.
go, man. I hit the jackpot. Hit the jackpot here with the 8-inch white cable ties.
There you go, man.
Oh, and then let's see. Oh, I really wanted this. This is called a FLIR. This is a FLIR.
Oh,
You know what a
There you
FLIR
are.
does?
forward-looking infrared, if I'm not mistaken.
That's I didn't know what it was. So look, I take my phone, and I'm going to turn it on here, and I'm going to open the FLIR app. There it is, right there. And I'm going to plug this into the bottom of my phone, right here.
Yeah, forward-looking infrared.
Put that on my phone. And let's see. Okay.
Now you can see in the dark to keep from stubbing your toe on the
Let's
bed
look
frame.
here. Let's look. What's going on? Oh, I got to turn it on. Okay, it's coming on. I'll give you a demo here. Give you a demo of what it does. It's thinking. Okay. All right. I'm going to turn it around so you can see it.
That can be cool.
Can you tell what it's doing?
Yeah.
Let's see. Got me infrared camera now, so I can look at all kinds of stuff, man. You know, hey, when it gets cold next week and the air is starting to kind of get in the house, where are those leaks at on the wall? Ah, man, the wall's pretty cold there. It's warmer over there. I'm missing some insulation right there. So this is and it also reads out the temperature. I don't know if you can see that or not. See, it also reads
that's
right
pretty slick.
in the center there. It's going to read the temperature.
Yep.
Okay,
Not
so I got that. Let me turn that off. Okay.
Nice.
And let's see. I got one more deal here. And I just ordered it. You've probably already seen it. This is my this is a new I just lost my earbud. Okay. I'm going to get some different earbuds. That's not working. Okay. So this is a lab supply. It's a three channel lab supply. You can it goes from 0 to 60 volts. You can adjust the voltage. You can adjust the current. You know, where you don't want it exceeded. And so it's got 2 variable channels, and it's got fixed 5 volt and something else. It's pretty well built. It's got a handle on one side. It's digital readout. You know, on the front. You can't really see it. On the back, it uses your standard computer type plug, and it's got a fan. So I'm always playing with things where I need 2.5 volts, 3 volts, and heck, why not get it? I saw it online. I thought I'd order it. All right, so that's all the things.
Nice.
And the only other thing I got, and Kathy and I got this for each other. We got a almost a month-long visit to the Mediterranean, so that was our Christmas this year. So
wait a minute, I thought you were there.
That what?
I thought you were just.
I didn't hear you.
I thought you were just there.
I was. That's what we got for Christmas, basically.
Oh,
It was
okay.
kind of an early Christmas present, All right, so guys, that's the kind of stuff that I got. Some little stuff here, but kind of neat stuff. What do you got there? Somebody give you a $50 there, Brett?
Well, actually, if you make me full screen, I'll show you what it is.
Let's go with the pool.
Okay. This is I guess the only electronic toy that I really got for Christmas, but it's but it's a lot of fun. And what this is an Apple AirTag.
Oh yeah.
So these help you find things. And you can also do something like hide one in your car, and if your car is ever stolen, it'll help you find it. If you could put one in your wallet, and if your wallet is ever taken, then you could probably find it. And the best thing about it, they're still on sale. It turns out that Amazon is having a sale where you can get a pack of 4 of these for $69.99, and that's much less than the usual price. I went ahead and took advantage of that and got that as sort of a Christmas gift for myself. And it's already proven pretty useful in terms of just making sure that if I misplace something, I can take the AirTag and clip it to it, and I won't misplace it again.
Let me tell you, Brett. We have the Android phones, so there's a equivalent tag for Android. We bought some before we went on our trip, and they work fine, man. I put one in a laptop bag. She put one in her purse. One's in the car. I mean, we put one on every suitcase. And it's amazing how you can see where every suitcase is. You can see where everything's moving, man.
Exactly. And that's what's really good about it. The airline can't make an excuse and claim they don't know where your luggage is.
That's right.
Because you can tell.
So for people that I guess they don't know how they work, basically they're just they're Bluetooth, I guess. and they communicate like yours communicate to other people in the area that have an iPhone, and then the iPhone uploads it. So if nobody's walking around near your AirTags with an iPhone, I guess you don't get a report. But what I found out with ours was that there must be gazillions of people out there because it's always getting reported up, man.
Well, there are some devices, the AirTags and the equivalents for Android, which have GPS and can report their locations even if they're not near a peer. There are others, and these fall into that category where they have to be, someone has to walk by with an iPhone or some other Apple device that's
Yeah.
capable of reporting where it is. So you actually can get ones that report their location all the time.
All right, we've got Bill Brown joined us. Let me turn Bill on here. Bill, how you doing, Bill?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Merry New Year, everybody.
Yeah, New Year has. We've already had New Year. I forgot about that, man.
I think we lost his.
I had an AirTag and a little tiny dog collar that's wireless that actually works on the cellular network. It was called JIO Bit, and it's about the size of an AirTag. So when I fly anywhere, I put an AirTag in my luggage and one of these dog collar, wireless dog collars, and it works great. I could follow my luggage wherever you go. And some of the airlines now have an app to track your luggage through their websites, so using the AirTag. So hopefully that will prevent a lot of luggage going to the unclaimed baggage store that they have near me in northern Alabama. So, I made a mistake right before Christmas, about a week before Christmas. I went shopping for some gifts at Gigaparts because we have a
Okay.
store here in Huntsville.
Yeah.
So I drove up to Huntsville and I said, this would be a great place to pick up some last-minute Christmas items.
Yeah.
Well, I got some great gifts, but I ended up buying a whole bunch of stuff for myself,
I was going to say you probably kept them. Yeah.
including a 3D printer. So
Oh,
I
nice.
last time we were through there, I stopped there at Gigaparts and looked around. They got a lot of stuff here. Also, we stopped at the unclaimed baggage. That was kind of cool to see. That was the first time I've ever been there.
Gigaparts has moved into what used to be a Home Depot.
Yeah.
It's a huge 30,000 square foot facility now, and they have conference rooms and seminars
Yep.
and all
Wow.
kinds of stuff. So
When did they
pretty
move?
cool place if you're in Huntsville.
Well, I don't know. They were
a
during
year ago.
Huntsville. They had already moved because we went by there at the new place.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I got to check
They're
that
going to
out.
become like Prize Electronics used to be.
Almost a year ago.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, we got a Hambot prize coming up here in a minute. I want to see.
I'm planning to go to the Hamcation, and what are you there? And Tom, are you going to Hamcation this year?
I'm not going. No.
I
I'll
need to
be
get
there,
warmed
Bill,
up
for
a
sure.
little bit.
Amen.
Let's see. Well, I'm looking. We've got a couple new entries here. Y'all go ahead and talk here while I try to find out who applied at the last minute here.
Yeah, I got my
Okay.
airfare and
So,
everything all set up for Hamcation, man. I cannot wait.
Are you going to stay in a hotel nearby or camp out at the
Yeah.
fairgrounds?
Tempting. No, I'm staying down there off International Drive.
Okay.
I thought about staying with my friend up in Lake Mary, but that's just a little bit much of a commute for the 4 days.
I'll probably go down 2 days early and visit my friend that lives near Fort. We're going to drive about. He's K9SEX. He's usually in the chat room here.
Yeah, I'm going down Wednesday and Thursday. We're gonna do something. Last year, year before last, we went to Kennedy Space Center, and then last year we went to Universal and did an escape room, which was kind of fun. And this year we haven't figured out what we're gonna do, but we normally, have fun the day before the Ham Fest, and then I go do the Ham Fest for the rest of the weekend.
Have you
Are
been
you,
through the Harry
doing a
Potter
forum,
exhibit
Glenn?
at Universal?
I think that was one we didn't have time for. The one thing we did do was the Bourne experience there at Universal, which was a fabulous stunt show. I mean, that was unreal. But yeah, Universal was pretty cool.
Are you
Mark,
doing
the
an
blue
Arduino
bars
forum
under.
at the Hamcation, Glenn?
Yeah, Friday afternoon at 2:00.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. And Mark, the blue bars under me and Brett's picture is where Tom normally would have our name and call sign, but he pulled it down for whatever reason while he's doing this stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know about
Our
that. I
our
shouldn't.
inmate ID
Yeah.
numbers. That's
I'm
more appropriate.
sure. Let's see.
By the way, Glenn, if you do go to Disney World, make sure that you go ahead and set your radio for W4WDW. That's the Walt Disney World Ham Radio Repeater. And there's a lot of
Oh,
interesting
cool.
chatting going on there.
Oh, cool. I'll have to check that out.
Yes, Walt Disney World is into ham radio.
Cool.
Guys, we're getting
And yes,
close
they're
to
in
the major drawing here. You see how we're going to do the drawing this
I
year?
like the. I love the high tech.
I was just going to say, is Hambot still on Christmas vacation or something?
Listen, guys, we had 5 people apply for these tickets. That's all we had. Hambot is here, but Hambot picks out of the chat room, and he would pick somebody that's not going. So I wanted to make sure that somebody that was going to use them, was going to be the winner. So we've got a high tech thing here. Let me see. I'm just going to. They're in it. I don't have my hat, but we got 5 people here, and I've got numbers 1 through 5, and I've got the 5 people listed here. And I'll tell you right now who we've got. If you're out there, David Osley, you're number 1. Bob Williams, you're going to be number 2. Eric Reinhardt, you're 3. William Lackhornen, you're 4. And Bill Brown, you're going to be number 5, Bill. All right. So,
Yeah, Bill, are you going to be doing a forum down there in Orlando?
No, I haven't signed up for one because I wasn't sure if I was going to go, but I decided to go after all this terrible weather here.
all right, here we go, guys. Hambot is going to make an appearance. He didn't actually pull it, but here's Hambot. Where's Hambot? Come on, Hambot. Oh, I've got to open the door for him. All right, so Hambot says he agrees with the system we're using for this particular draw. All right, you guys know what your number is. Bill, you were number 5. I don't know if the other guys are in the room or not here tonight, but let's see. Anybody else in the room that put their name in? Okay, here we go. Close my eyes. I'm going to reach in, and I'm going to grab a number. What is it?
2.
Number 2, that would be Bob Williams, K4 BWM. Yeah, BWM, that's it, from Jacksonville, North Carolina. All right,
There you go, Bob.
Brett is donating these tickets. he was not gonna use them. So Brett, that will be Bob Williams, K4 BWM, won 2 tickets for Hamcation. Yeah, man.
There you
All
go.
right. All right. Let's see what we got coming up here next. Man, that was exciting. Gee. We already talked about Christmas.
Okay. If he's in the
Hambot,
chat, I'll
there we
need to
go.
get a mailing address.
Yeah,
not, we'll just
or we can
email.
look him up. We can look him up on QRZ also. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we did that. Let's do this. We had an email. We had an email. We had an email from one of our viewers, and he has a J-pole. And he, well, let me pull it up and I'll read it to you. Let me pull it up. He had some questions, and we have answered him in email, but we want to discuss it here.
Yeah, that was an interesting set of photographs that you sent, or screenshots that you
Yeah,
sent.
yeah. All right, let's pull him up. See if I can find him. Okay. Let me just put his name in, William. It's coming up. There we go. All right. Let's see what William has to say here. See if I can put it on the screen here for you guys. All I have to do is just learn how this stuff works. I think that's it right there. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's see what he says down here. He said he's built a J-pole, just received a Nano VNA. I can't use a Nano VNA. That thing is so little and so complicated. I bought one and it's over. I hadn't even used it. I use a regular spectrum analyzer. Anyway, let's see. He said he just bought a Nano VNA. He's in the process of learning it, but he's been able to display the SWR for his 2 meter and 70 meter bands. The 2 meter band looks good. I probably shouldn't mess with it. When I look at the 70 centimeter band, I get something that I don't understand. The analysis is from 420 to 450. I've attached a screenshot of a trace. Can someone offer an explanation of what I'm seeing? I've included a screenshot of the 2 meter band, and it looks like what I was expecting. Well, to be honest, I wasn't expecting it to be that good on my first building, J-pole. Yes, I had help from AA9. Is that IJ, I think? Okay, that's Bill, KQ4WOA, sent that in. I think all of us probably sent him back a note and probably said about the same thing, but do you want to discuss that, Brett? What was your answer to him?
Okay, well, if you have a J-pole that is cut for the for the 2 meter band, it's not necessarily going to work as is on 70 centimeters. It's it's not just going to work on any harmonic because of the way a J-pole works. It's not a dipole, and it's not fed exactly from the middle, so it's not symmetrical. But what you can do, and this is what I do, and what I use, on my home dual band rig, is that you can make yourself a J-pole which is dual band, And this is an example of one. This is a commercial one that you can get from Arrow Antennas. So if you go to arrowantenna.com, you can pick this one up. And what you'll notice is that the driven element here is the middle sized one of the three. And then there's a shorter one, which is your 70 centimeter radiating element, and the longer one, which is your 2 meter radiating element. And these are spaced out just right. You'll notice that this thing has a U-bolt available to clip it to a mast. But what I did was I just removed that bolt, and I removed the clamp, and I took 2 Tapcon screws and I just put it right into my chimney. So it's one with the house. It's literally part of the chimney now. But in any case, you can do something similar with a handmade J-pole. What you have to do, if you want to do that, is you have to make another element, which is the other side of the 70 centimeter J-pole, and it requires some experimentation. But what you need to do is attach that to the, as you can see is done here, to the ground side of the twin lead, or whatever cable you're using to make the J-pole, and you can make a separate element that resonates on that frequency. So you can do it again. You can do this homebrew, or again, if you're like me and you really just want it to be cut and tuned to perfection, you can go ahead and get the commercial one. But that's how I solve the problem of having a dual band J-pole, is that I got one of these and assembled it, and again I mounted it up on the chimney. It's what I used. I was talking before about the satellites. It's what I was using to receive the satellites, especially as they come up over the horizon. If they're not going right overhead, a J-pole is very good at picking them up sidewise. And so you can get a pretty good signal, and you can do things like bring in SSTV images.
Yeah, I'm going to bring up the pictures he sent us. And let's see, I heard that. Bill, I got to turn you back on. Hang on a second. Let me turn Bill back on. 1 second, Bill. 1 second. I don't even know what I'm looking for here. Let's see. Here we go. All right, there's one picture. And I'm going to load the other picture. Everybody stand by. We'll have them in just a second. Let me add one more picture. I thought I had these added before, but I guess I didn't. Okay. All right, so here's the SWR that he measured on 2 meters. Looks pretty good, man. Less than 1.25, just about on a whole band. And then here's what he was referring to. He checked it on 440, and look at that. He didn't expect to see that. You can see, for the most part, it's still under 2 to 1. And I think this graph would look very similar to the 2 meter graph if he had not put in such a wide span of frequencies. He's looking at 420 to 450. He's looking at 30 megahertz wide here. If he had put just 444 to 448, it would have probably leveled out a little bit more, kind of like this picture right here. So anyway, he's in good shape. Anything under 2 to 1 is good. If you really look at 2 to 1, if you really look at 2 to 1, you're looking at 11% loss basically. So, let's just say this is an example running 4 watts. So with a 2 to 1 SWR, if you're running 4 watts, you're going to get 3.56 watts out, 88.9%. And nobody's going to know the difference. They're not going to see the difference there. So I think he's okay. And I think we explained in our emails back to him that, again, that 440 is working on a harmonic of the 2-meter band. You could go out there and you can start trimming and try to get that 440 down just perfect. But if you do that, you're going to miss the 2 meters. You're going to mess the 2 meters up. So, hey, you're in good shape. Under 2 to 1, use it. Don't worry about it. Any comments, Glenn?
Yeah, and that's people tend to obsess over SWR and focus on, oh my God, if it's not 1 to 1, I'm messed up and things aren't working right. And the reality is, just like you said, if you're under 3 to 1 or 2 to 1, you're never going to notice the effect or difference. So rather than shooting for perfection, be satisfied if it's 2 to 1 or better and call it good.
Well, another thing, the band, some of our bands are close to overlapping. But if you really look, the 2-meter band, it doesn't overlap. The 440 doesn't overlap exactly on top of the 2-meter band. It's off just a megahertz or two. So, you're not going to get the impedance is going to be different. The impedance is going to be 2 different impedances on those 2 different bands. So, I wouldn't worry about it as long as you're seeing a 2 to 1 or less, even a 2.5 to 1. Use it, man. And have fun.
Back in the day, 2.5 to 1 was fine for us and our tube rigs. We didn't care.
Yeah. Well, back in the day, we didn't even have SWR meters. We didn't know if we were. we may have been 5 to 1.
Actually, I had one. So, but yeah, I know this.
I had a
Just
neon
cut the
bulb
wire
that lit up and said "Hi SWR."
Well,
Yeah.
and I built an SWR meter. It's one in a handbook, where you got your reflected, and then you flip the switch, and you got your forward, and you got your reflected, and it wasn't a meter like we have today. Today we have the cross needles where it just reads it for you. Well, back then, you had to go forward and then zero it to the end, and then you go reverse, and then you read it, and then to figure out what the SWR was, I forget what it was. It was like forward reading plus the reflected reading divided by the forward reading times the reflected reading. I never wanted to do all the math, so I didn't worry about it.
Yeah, and then there were the old ICOM rigs where you transmitted and you set the meter, and then you changed the setting and you transmitted again, and you could read the SWR off the meter, but you had to do this multi-step process, and it was slow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. Bill, I got to turn Bill's audio back on. Hang on. Let me find where's Bill's audio. Audio. Hey, Bill, go ahead.
Yeah, Charlie Montevideo mentioned that this is a long. Oh, I got to mute this. He mentioned in the chat room that the coax cable could have an effect on that reading as well, the length of it. And also, I've used that Arrow J-pole that Brett was showing, and it works just fine on both bands. And it's very sturdy. It survived some really tough winds. And Tom, I just wanted to mention I've been shopping on AliExpress and getting as much stuff from China, kind of the opposite of what Brett was talking about, programming your own routers. But before everything goes up by 60%, I decided to get all the cool stuff I could from China, and I found a really cool lab bench supply that is about the size of a cell phone, and it's a 100-watt supply from 0 to 30 volts, and it's great for low-power testing.
Yeah.
I've been testing my pico balloon payloads on them with it. It gives you the voltage, the current, and the wattage, and this takes up very little space on my lab bench. But what they do is they have a 100-watt wall wart that plugs into the wall, and a USB, a very heavy-duty USB-C cable from the wall wart to this unit.
Uh-huh.
But I'll send you a picture of that, and you can see what it is. It's just a fraction of the size of my regular lab supply. It does anything. So it's
All right. I was going to pull some up on AliExpress here. Let's see. ESP32. I'm going to show.
it's called
Bill, between you and me, I think we're keeping them in business.
All right, here we go. Glenn,
Yeah.
Glenn, take a look at this. You're talking about AliExpress. I've ordered it. That's where I ordered. No, I ordered 100 LEDs from them, but it was going to be the end of February before I got them. So yesterday I ordered 100 LEDs from Amazon, and I got them today. And I think they were cheaper actually than what I paid Ali. But I want to show you something here. This is for Glenn. This is Ali. I like Ali. I like looking at Ali. They got a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's where
Glenn,
most of my stuff is coming from.
but I don't understand. There's something is wrong with their pricing, I think. So let's look at this ESP32. If I can get it here, let's see. Wait a minute, Bill. For some reason, Bill is not there. There you go, Bill. I know. Say that again, Bill.
that power supply I was talking about. It's 30 volts at 5 amps, and it's DPS, Delta Papa Sierra dash 150 on AliExpress. And right now they have it on sale for $48. I could have saved $25. And it's a really cool supply. I mean, it's 0.1 volt increment. It's very accurate. I tested it with my flute, and it's dead on.
Well, great.
Cool.
Great. I'm trying to pull these ESP32s up. I know Glenn, and let's see.
I just bought a bunch of ESP32s from them, and the Raspberry Pi Pico 2 is out. It's got an RP2050 processor, and that just came out.
So I was looking at the site on Ali. There it is for 99 cents, but something didn't add up. They had a big picture. You could select 1, 2, 4, 10, 100. I think 100 was like $28 for 100 of them. But one of them was like $1.74. So two of those would be about $350,
348.
$348 for, what was that, for 4. Anyway, I kept going up on their ad here, and every time I go up to a higher quality, the price per unit was getting a little higher. It was going up like 10 or 15 cents. You know, I mean, it didn't match, man. I can't find it at the site now.
Maybe they were trying to get you to pay for a little more shipping or something.
I don't know, man. And that may have been, may have been.
But I mean, I got a bunch of stuff from them over Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah. The funny thing is, you can find the link, you click on it, and next time you go back, it don't take you there.
No.
Here they are for $1.33.
I mean, what are you complaining about? $1.33 for an ESP32? Come on.
Yeah, that's pretty cheap. All right. Okie dokie. Well, guys, we're just about getting close to the end of the show. Just got a question for everybody out there. How do you think the video and the things look today? I didn't do too bad controlling it, I don't think. This is really the second time we've used it. What was it?
Your video.
We're breaking up on Bill. I'm not sure where the problem is.
He's talking about your video glitch.
Oh, the video glitch, yeah. I don't see it doing it anymore. It seems like that cleared up.
But other than that, it looks great. There, it did it right then.
Did it do
Yeah,
it?
it's doing it on a regular basis, Tom.
Okay, all right. So let me tell you what this is. This is we've been using Wirecast. It's a professional broadcast software, kind of like a TV station would use. It had its own flakiness. That software I was either $500 or $1,000. It's it's pretty expensive, but it does a lot. But I was kind of getting tired of it, so I went with vMix. This is called vMix, and this does everything that Wirecast does. And let me show you a screenshot. This is a screenshot of what I'm dealing with here. This is what I'm looking at, guys, and this is what I'm trying to control. And down here on the bottom, I'm rotating through it. You can see all the different screenshots that I have set up. And you set these up in layers. I think I can set up to like 17 or 18 layers per shot. So I can turn stuff on and off. Oh, I don't want that. I can turn stuff on and off, lower thirds, different things. I can change things on the fly. If you look, it's got, let me show you the mixer. Look at this. This actually replaces the mixer, the mechanical mixer that I have here on the table. Every input that I create has a mixer, and I can send this down 8 different channels, different directions, mute it, adjust volume, all those kind of things. So it has its own mixers. Also, it has Zoom incorporated into it with Wirecast. I would bring everybody in on Zoom, and then I would have to transfer it from one PC to this PC, transfer the video, and then I would also have to transfer the audio in and out both directions. This has a Zoom interface built in, where if I send you a Zoom link, anybody that connects, they come up and they show up in here as a individual single camera shot. So it makes it real easy to select individuals. If I had all you guys on Zoom, I'd have multiple pictures on a Zoom, and I'd have to select which one. I'd have to crop it and resize it, move it around. But with it incorporated here, you just come in as a single camera shot. Each person does, so that makes it easy. So there's a lot going on here, and I'm learning it. I've spent about 100 hours or more to try to get familiar with it. There's a lot of buttons, a lot of things hidden. Anytime I wanted to do something, I would have to search their video, their tutorials or whatever. Once I would find how to do it, I'd write down a little paragraph. This is how I do green screen. This is how I do split screen. This is how I do, whatever. This thing does so much more than I haven't learned probably 5%. I probably have learned maybe 5% of what it can do. So it's a lot there. Let's see. We still have audio for Bill. So
You look like NASA Mission Control software there.
Yeah, it's quite a bit going on here. Quite a bit.
It's only glitching on yours though. Glenn and Brett's video is fine.
It may be a USB cable that's not making good connection here, not plugged in good. I'm not sure. And it's easy to have, I've got 4 different cameras plugged in right now. Let me show you some difference. This is a Sony 4K camera. That's probably, that's an expensive camera, probably $800. But look at this. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you a $40 camera. If I can find it on here. Let's see. Let me find it. I got so many shots here. I got to remember where they are. There it is. Okay, here's the other. Okay, let's see what we got. That is a Logitech camera. It probably costs $40. And I'm going to go to the expensive camera. Let's see if you can tell the difference. Here is the Sony 4K camera. That's the Sony 4K camera. And there's a Logitech cheapy camera. What do you think? Logitech, Sony 4K. They look almost identical to me.
I have trouble telling a difference.
Yeah. Almost.
I just got a glitch on this one, so I'm curious if the other one's going to give you glitches too.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to play with it more, and see what it's doing.
Leave it on the Logitech for a minute or two and see if it glitches.
Well, I think somebody said it glitched on both. A chat room is saying they look the same, no difference. I need to ground my window. It needs to ground the window. I don't know what that means. Let's see. Tom doesn't have a lower third. I don't have a lower third. Really? I don't have a lower third. What are you talking about? I got a lower third. And if I want to, look at here. I can be Brett. Or I can be Glenn, but I don't want to be them. I'm gonna be me. There we go. All right, I saw a glitch just then, and I was on the Logitech camera. Okay, guys. Well, it's about 9:30. Let me just make a quick announcement here. Everybody out there listening on WBCQ Shortwave 7490, we're glad you're listening. Send us an email to tom@w5kub.com if you can. Tell us where you are in the world and how you're hearing the station. That is tom@w5kub.com. Be sure to join our Facebook group. It's just called W5KUB. We've got about 15,000 members in that group now. Hey, hit like, hit subscribe on YouTube. We're actually simulcasting tonight on X or Twitter. So you can watch us on X or Twitter, and you can watch us on YouTube, or you can just find us on w5kub.com. And also, it didn't happen tonight. I had a small problem here, and I didn't have time to fix it for the show, but normally we're starting to also simulcast our show on our Facebook group, the W5KUB Facebook group. So we're all over the place, and thanks for tuning in tonight, everybody. Anybody got any last minute things you want to say, talk about? Bill, get ready for the snow.
Yeah, I'm going to batten down the hatch on Friday.
Yeah,
I tell people I didn't move far south.
Yeah, it's supposed to hit here Thursday afternoon and then all day Friday.
And then it's going to hit here.
Yep. Well, Glenn, Glenn, over in Conway, what do you think? It's going to show up on probably Friday for you? Oh, I'm not hearing Glenn. Why am I not hearing Glenn? Brett, are you there, Brett?
I am here.
Well, Glenn's done kicked his cable loose again. That's what he did the first time. That's what he did the first time.
Whenever you take me off of the screen, my audio goes out.
Well, let me check and see. Okay, now this screen's working. All right, we're going to go to this screen. Now watch this. We're going to go to a 3x.
And it works there.
And it works there.
Audio's still good.
All right, let's try this view.
And I bet it's still there.
It's working everywhere. Let's go single shot.
No, but when you take me off of the screen, it stops.
Oh, wait a minute. No. Let me see.
When I am
It did.
It did.
That's
Okay.
right.
Okay, well I can fix that. It's a little check mark. I got to put a little check mark by your picture, and that will let you talk anytime your picture's not on. But yeah, okay. I'll make a note and fix that.
See, you're trying to blame me.
I'm
Tom, if
learning.
you have
I'm
time,
learning,
I'm
guys.
going to drop
I'm learning.
out and see if Charlie wants to talk to you from Uruguay on this phone line.
CX6BT. I am so glad that you're back with us. Too bad your club meeting is on Tuesdays. I think you guys need to
I'm
change
going
the
to drop
date.
out
The
Tom,
day.
so he can call in if he wants to.
Yeah, the phone line is open. Let's see. I've got numbers. Oh, did Bill drop off? Bill must have dropped
Yeah,
off.
Bill dropped off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Bill, there's no reason for you to drop off. He can handle like 100,000 phone calls simultaneously.
Yeah, we can do that. No, just 1,000. Just 1,000. Let me stop that audio. Okay. All right. I can tell if he calls in. Okay.
But,
Was it one of his
Yeah, Tom, I was going to put up my HF antennas on Friday.
Oh no, man. Not good.
No, they're not going to be able to go up until springtime. It's just way too cold out there, and I'm not really set up.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to,
Yeah.
without a tower, I'm going to have to change my whole concept and design of how my antennas are going to go up.
Yep.
You could do an HOA style antenna in the attic.
No, I've got a really nice yard. I can do my end fed up in the yard. Just got to get some time to get out there and do it.
Have you got a fence around your backyard?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I know people on here. I know people on here that have got their end fed laying right on top of the fence.
Yep. No, I've got beautiful trees that I can tie into and stuff. I've got a little mini forest behind my house. So
All
I've
right.
got plenty of trees.
Okay. CX6BT. He wants to know, how does he log out from this? We've got this set up. If you really want to log out, you need to send $50 to Tom at W5KUB. We'll put a check mark by your call there that will allow you to sign out.
But wait, if you order now and send me $25, I think we can get you taken care of there, Charlie.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we're gonna call the show. I think the video looked better tonight than it did normally on the show. I have a little bit easier control of this now and how things work. So it's difficult talking with people and trying to interview people and working all the little buttons and stuff at the same time. So hopefully this setup, once we get the template set up, it'll be pretty standard. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good night, everybody. We're going to see you later. 73. I had to figure out how to turn it off. Let's see. Okay. Stop streaming. I'm going to hit yes. Here we go. 3, 2,